Deep waters have always been disturbing, yet we want to know what kind of exists in them, don't we? There's just something scary about the deep parts of the ocean. But wait, whatever you have heard is not the end of it, as this video might actually tell you even more horrifying creatures that have a home there. The myths and tales tell us about some interesting creatures living there that you might want to know about. So brace yourself for the knock list countdown for the top 10 scariest myths about sea monsters. Number 10, the Cthulhu. Cthulhu starts off our list being a mix between a giant octopus, a man, and a dragon. Said to be hundreds of meters tall with arms like a man and wings on its back, Cthulhu also has tentacles on its mouth, and disturbing tales have been going on about it for years. I know most people don't believe in dragons, so Cthulhu is more of a myth. But hey, who knows? It may be true and people just don't live to tell the truth. Number 9, the Hydra. The 9th is a serpentine monster from Greek mythology. You might know about the Hydra, who is a great part in the Hercules story. The tale about a giant dragon-type monster that grew more heads as soon as one was cut off can be pretty scary, right? No one would want this to be true anyway. Number 8, Charybdis. Number 8 on our list is from Odysseus' voyage, the Charybdis. The great sailor had to steer his ship in between two monsters actually, one of which was the Scylla, a beast with many heads, and the other was Charybdis. Charybdis used whirlpools to suck up ships to the bottom of the ocean. There was no escape. What's more disturbing about this myth is that in between Sicily and Italian mainland exists a real whirlpool named Charybdis. This is where they were said to live. Number 7, the Kappa. The Kappa were not huge or had many heads like other sea monsters. They had a different kind of scary attached to them. The Kappa were man-like and had reptilian scales. They were known for drownings and lured people into the water and maybe even ate them. Another one I am relieved to know is only a myth. Phew. Number 6, Leviathan. Now, the Leviathan is probably more popular than other creatures due to its mention in the Bible and the show Supernatural. This 6th creature on the list is part of many myths of both Greek and spiritual origins. Greeks term it as a huge monstrosity roaming the deep waters, while in demonology it is a gatekeeper of hell. Either way, it is very disturbing to know that something like this even existed. But many argue it was just some sort of dinosaur that's now extinct, even if it was real. Number 5, Umi Bosu. Well, this is really scary for a reason. It's more of a yokai story, a Japanese demon than a myth. So 5th on this list, the Umi Bosu appeared to be a spirit thing with a large round head and serpent arms that used to destroy the ships and boats if anyone dared speak of it. It also drowned the crew in barrels if it was angered. A very sadist kind of creature, don't you think? Number 4, the Sirens. The most enchanting monster on our list is, well, the Sirens. Trapping sailors using their alluring voices and then killing them off was of course what made them not only dangerous, but kind of creepy too. It was said that if anyone heard their song and escaped, they would perish. And Odyssey in his travels escaped them by using beeswax in his ears so that they might have all perished, even if they had existed. Number 3, the Fiji Mermaid. Well, this one is more of a real story than a myth, but still quite disturbing all the same. It's kind of shocking when you see that real mermaids, if they exist, were never like your beautiful Disney princess. This mermaid-looking creature with half-body fish and half-body mammal was found on Fiji Islands in the south of the Pacific. It was displayed in a museum, but it mysteriously disappeared, making its tale rather scary than a cool fairy tale. Number 2, Loch Ness Monster. Number 2 on our list includes this modern-day mythological creature. The Loch Ness Monster was sighted in 1933, but was later said to be a hoax. Nicknamed Nessie, this creature is said to be from a surviving category of the plesiosaurs. Nevertheless, it is kind of scary to have this thing swimming around, even though it's not like the Charybdis or the Hydra. And number 1 on our list, the Kraken. This is one of the most horrifying mythical creatures from various stories. The Kraken was a legendary sea monster and is said to live off the coast of Norway and Greenland. It was said to be like the squids that grew 20 meters tall, but is also shown as a large octopus and even a monster with more tentacles. Whatever it is, it just swam from the deep and crushed ships with its arms, or just drowned them to the depths itself. I wouldn't even want to go swim if that thing actually existed. And this creepy octopus concludes today's countdown. So, be sure you hit that subscribe button for more awesome countdowns. Share if you also thought these monsters were cool, or if they were even scary.